Radio.
They're coming.
Fitzy and Whipper.
Their focus is extremely short.
How have I even got a job here?
On Nova.
Hello there, podcast listeners. It is Jess and Leno here from the team. In this episode, coming up, song. And then we have a salacious story about did you hook up with the nanny?
Told you 10 times, I didn't do it.
Oh, you didn't do it.
But great excuse to play a theme song.
Oh, it's exactly what I was going to say. It's, I think, one of the greatest TV theme songs of all time.
Yeah, certainly one of the most memorable.
Yeah.
And also, I know we're sidetracking here because we don't actually talk theme songs in the
Not at
episode,
all.
although, come to Leno and my Instagram pages if you would like to pick up that chat. Probably the only theme song that's really written for the actual storyline of the TV show.
Yes, and exactly 45 seconds long. Usually the theme song is like another song, and they
Yes,
just cut out
yes.
the first 30 seconds or the chorus.
Yeah.
But this
Not
is
this one.
perfectly timed. Like right now, we can just go right to the end bit. Sing it with me.
The nanny named Fran. Woo. You know what? Roll the content.
Fitzy and Whipper.
Let's make it juicy, guys. Some naughty stories that have been floating around recently, and we've seen it in the past with celebrities, if I can mention a name like David Beckham, Jude Law, both men that have hooked up with the nanny or the hired help.
Proven though. I remember
Yeah.
the David Beckham one.
Yeah.
Rebecca Lewis that was, remember?
Yeah.
No, they were all proven. And Ben Affleck, wasn't it, as well?
Oh, did he? Hey, can you care for my kids and me a little bit? Hey, when you're done cooking dinner for the kids...
It's just convenience, isn't it? They're around.
What, why are you here?
Well, no, but they're spending all that time. The nanny's not going to be there if the mother is, so obviously she's travelling or working.
Maybe it's something to do with trust as well. Because you trust them with the kids, maybe you trust them with an even bigger thing called a secret.
Well, maybe you're just a sicko and you can't help yourself.
I don't know.
You know?
Maybe.
Why are you looking at me like that? Do you know what? There was a story here of a woman. She was 24. She was engaged, and she was the nanny for a 46-year-old guy and the 3 kids. And then all of a sudden, they started spending a bit of time together. Hey, why don't you help out a little bit more on the weekends? Where's your wife? Oh, she's gone out for coffee. Anyway, what are you up to now? Next thing you know, marriage has fallen apart, and she's called off the engagement. The two of them, she's now playing the mothering role.
Oh, wow.
But see, this is the thing. It's never going to work. A nanny usually is a drifter, aren't they? Like, they go around, they travel the world. If you're a good nanny, you can travel the
Well,
world.
you can if you're in demand.
You're not in the one spot, are
Well,
you?
you might be.
And usually nannies, they start young, don't they? And then they move into something else. You can make good money from it, but you're not always going to be a nanny for the rest of your life.
I just think it's funny because ask any mother, and if you want to take 2 things off our hands, the kids and your husband.
Oh,
Boom.
Sarah, don't look at it
See
like
ya.
that, please.
Don't think we're going to fight you at the end.
A friend of ours I was talking to her the other day, and I didn't know the back end story, but she was telling me that the relationship with her dad broke down between her dad and mum when the exact same thing happened. So they had a nanny that was looking after the 3 kids, and then all of a sudden, Dad got to know the nanny more. They ended up hooking up. Mum moved out, and the nanny moved in full time. Well, together with the father.
It'd be so weird for the
Extraordinary.
kids.
Oh, the kids would probably be quite familiar and comfortable
Give
with
me
her.
a
That's
break.
even worse.
So what, that's your new mum?
Yeah,
Your
but it's
nanny?
not your new mum. Nothing replaces your mum. But then it just means the kids are comfy when you drop them off. I'd be dropping the kids around all the time. I'm going out to dinner. Your turn.
I don't know where it hits that. Where does it cross the line, though? Like, what situation are you in where the nanny's actually or babysitter's doing the duty, and then all of a sudden it's, hey, feel like a glass of wine
Have you
I
or have
don't
you not
know.
asked your babysitters if they want to have a drink?
as a test?
Oh, rubbish. You came home, you said, I'm going to have a scotch. Would you like one? You told me this story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how
But I'm
it
sitting there with my
starts.
wife. We're talking to her.
Well, it's
I'm
not-
not. It's not
Remember
the
we
two of in a situation which could be considered romantic in any way.
There's a lot of trust there, obviously, because they're with your kids. Remember, we had someone who worked here at Nova, and remember, they had a young nanny living with them, remember? And she said, on a weekend, can I go to a dance festival here in Sydney?
Oh yes.
Remember that one? And he said to her, look, you're part of the family now. Of course you can. You can have the weekend off. And he said, look, if you ever get into trouble, don't be scared to give me a call. I'll always come and pick you up. And she did. Remember, at like 2 o'clock in
That's
the
right.
morning. And she was then the trust straight away is
Probably where it's crossed the line.
The trust is straight away that he went, well, I can't trust this girl anymore, and that was it. She lost her job.
I mean, especially with
Oh, poor thing.
young families where the nanny might be young and the parents might be young also. You know, you can see how that might cross over because you might consider the nanny to be a friend. You don't really do that. And in a situation like this, where the woman's 24 and he's 46,
See,
what was going on there?
I would struggle having someone else in my house. Coming home from work and knowing that someone else is in the house, I would feel really uncomfortable.
What do you mean, permanently or just babysitting
Well, that's
the
what a
kids?
nanny, a live-in nanny.
Yeah, live
Yeah,
in
that's
one.
living
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
there.
But it's like that someone's there. I couldn't feel comfortable to sit down on the couch or relax after a day at work knowing that there's someone else in the house.
I think you have to build up to it. I agree. I'm a
Yeah.
bit the same. Or making dinner for an extra person and they don't like it or whatever. But no, I think you ease into it.
Does a live-in nanny sit down with the family for dinner?
Sometimes one of my girlfriends has one, and yeah, she'll sit at
Really?
the table. Yeah, she'll have dinner. Husband, wife, and nanny. The three of them. The kids have been put to bed. The three of them sit, have a glass
The
of
three
wine
of them?
and a meal. Yeah, watch the
they
TV.
have their own quarters, though, don't they?
Well, they have a room. Everybody's house is different, but it's more like you don't. Sometimes they are quite young, like a 20-year-old from the other side of the world. They don't have any family. You sort of like you try and make them
that
comfortable.
would be weird to sit down each night with a third person at the table.
I still remember the best was Tommy. Remember when Whip had a personal assistant?
Oh, yeah.
Stunning.
Was she?
That poor girl.
Yeah,
mate, and
don't
she
bring
would-
her up, please.
She would come in, and you know what? And she would sit in this next to us here in the studio, and she would have to wait for the things that she was told to do that day.
Like calorie
And then-
count is lunch. That was a real
How many are we
high
at?
point.
200? No, bump it up, put more cheese in.
Oh,
And
Tommy-
I remember we would finish the show, and this poor girl would be writing down, okay, so you need a chicken salad today.
Yeah, it was.
You want me to pay your phone bill? Okay, I can do that. I'll reverse your car out, no worries.
Clean it first. Tommy, remember you had a nanny. I won't mention her name, but
No,
she...
we had a babysitter.
a babysitter.
Yeah.
And she was stunning, you might say, which is a word you'd use, because you showed me her Instagram page.
Did you have any
Should both
choice
be
in
in
it,
jail.
Tommy? Because I would dare say Inga would say it's
When
up to
she
me.
arrived at the house, and your little boy Louis is famous for saying "show us your toes"
No, well,
as a starting
yeah.
point.
No, when I came in and he demanded that she take her shoes off, which was a key warning sign for me that something wasn't quite right, and that he was becoming too attached to the babysitter. And then the next time I came in, and they were just on the couch, and he was just stroking her toes. And
She was very attractive, though. Who chose her? Was that you or,
no, that was
or
a
Inga?
mutual decision
Was
to
it?
Inga and I. Yeah,
Because when you
absolutely
showed me the
was.
Instagram page,
No,
you were
come
like,
off it.
stop.
you were like,
that is-
oh man, this is look what I've
unconfirmed.
nailed. And I'm going,
No,
Tommy,
That's pesty with
that
her.
is not like that, Tommy.
That is really pesty.
And she
Solicit for
left.
calls.
Did she leave? Did she?
Solicit for calls.
You wanna get out there?
She did leave, yeah.
Went to the
she
UN.
found-
Ocean, pool, hot tub, or all of the above? Make up for missed holidays with whatif.com. What if? It's Aussie for travel.
All right, we want to know if things have crossed the line between a nanny and who the nanny is working for, possibly a babysitter, because you know what? There are mannies out there as well. So don't just suggest that this is attractive girl and seedy dad. That's not the case always. There's mannies, and maybe somebody that's bored at home finds the manny attractive.
Carissa in Hornsby, what happened when you went for a nannying job, Carissa?
Hi guys. Yeah, so basically I went for a nannying job. I met the family and everything. And then turns out that I actually worked with somebody that knew her mutually, and they said they didn't hire me because I was too attractive.
Oh, so you were told that you weren't hired because the husband has a bit of a history, is that correct?
Well, I don't know the history, but she had told a lady that she knows at my work that was the reason why. She didn't know that I worked with that lady. So.
See,
Stay away, he's got a wandering eye.
I would say a majority of the decisions would be made by the wife, wouldn't they?
Yes.
Because
That sounded very firm, says. You
Tommy,
obviously had this
we were
issue.
just talking about your
Yeah.
attractive babysitter before. Did you have any say in that at all?
No,
Just to clear it up.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. And as long as they have their certificate for working with kids, and that's all I care
Yep.
about, their attractiveness.
Police record.
check.
Yeah.
Yep.
As if, Tom. And Inga's probably thought, well,
Yeah. As long as their
no
Insta-
chance here.
as long as their Instagram page isn't on private.
Cara in the Blue Mountains, you had an attractive nanny, Cara.
I did have a very attractive nanny
Yep.
from the UK.
Yep.
And yeah, all of my friends used to, they asked to see a photo, and they met her a couple of times, and they thought that I was absolutely crazy
Yeah.
to put my marriage in that situation.
Yep.
But I ended up being really good friends with her, and I ended up leaving the kids with my husband and going to the movies with her. So
Awesome.
my poor husband got dumped by the nanny.
What,
We
so
started going on dates and going out for dinner.
Did you ever talk about it with your husband? Like, was he awkward with having her around?
Yeah, he was. He originally didn't really want to do it because he just didn't want to come home from work and have someone in the house.
Yep.
So it really took a while. I said, why don't we just give it a trial and see how it goes?
Mm.
And then a lot of the pressure was kind of taken off him during, those witching hours
Yeah.
with 2 young kids. And then he felt at ease. He felt comfortable. He kind of got to know
course
her,
he
and
did.
she had dinner with us and stuff like that.
Great.
Yeah.
But it was never
But
romantic
then he
between
felt
you
like
two.
He was just being cheated on.
Yeah.
Towards the end.
But it wasn't romantic, though, was it?
No, we just became really, really good friends. And like, I used to make a joke and say, how about I just leave my husband and you and I can run away with the kids, because we do so well with teaming up with the kids and the chores.
Oh, he's left out. He's
Yeah.
left
Now, that would be a twist on it,
Wouldn't it? Oh, yeah. Imagine if she moved in and it was just 3 in the bed and no one's left out.
No, I was just going to say the wife
Oh,
runs away with the
sorry.
nanny. Ginny's given us a call from St Ives. What happened when your friend was a nanny, Ginny?
So when we were 18, we had a good friend of ours who got a family friend who got cancer, and she went to work in that home to help look after the kids because the wife was sick. And 3 months after the wife died, she and the husband hooked up.
Oh, that is too soon.
3 months after. I mean, that's a tragic story.
Yes.
I know.
But you know what? It's hard to judge anybody in that situation. But if it felt like home for her and life's got to move on, then...
Mate, the family would have been shattered though, Ginny, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they were. There was lots of falling outs with lots of people over it all. They just thought it was all too soon, and yeah, it was all just dreadful.
Are they still together, Ginny?
They are, actually. So in the end, I guess it was meant to be.
There you go.
Ah.
There you go.
Lynette from Penrith, what happened to your friends that hired a nanny, Lynette?
Yeah, my daughter's friend, her parents got a nanny in, and the mother had an affair with the 17-year-old female nanny.
Oh!
Wow.
This is what we were talking about before.
Wow.
And
Okay.
were they busted, Lynette? Did they get found out by the husband?
Yeah, the husband came home from work, found them in bed together.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That is
girls gone wild.
That is more than you'd expect from a nanny. I mean, help out with the
Sarah's
kids, and if there's any basic cleaning to be done, that'd be awesome. But
You are
not
chuckling
that.
at the moment, Sarah. What's going on? That is unbelievable.
Didn't know if we was going to make a joke about jumping in. That was all.
That is, wouldn't that be an absolute eye-opener to come home and see that? You go,
Would you be angry?
I think I'll just have a quick kip. I'll wander upstairs. Holy
Oh, there.
dooly.
Gosh, I
Is she
wonder-
making the bed or?
Jackpot.
Let me sing that song. Song.
Right, it comes around on a Tuesday, guys. Song. I hope you are ready. You need to be quick. We've got a list in front of us. I give you one word. You need to put it into a song. Tommy, we're streaming live on the Fitzy and Whipper Facebook page right now. We welcome all our viewers streaming from around the world. In Germany, we've got...
No one in Germany this morning. We do have a couple of people. We've got
From
someone,
Piedmont?
Many from Piedmont.
Wow.
Someone from Borkham Hills, and someone from Tanzania, which is interesting.
Okay. Who's that from Tanzania, Tommy?
Jeff.
Sure.
Song is massive in Tanzania.
Yeah,
Not many
so
people
there you
know
go.
that.
We are ready to go.
Okay, that's great. Here we go, team. We are all in, as we know. The first round is a bit of a warm-up. The word is stop.
Stop right now. Thank you very much.
You better stop.
Stop in the name
Sam
of
Brown.
love.
Yes, well done.
MC Hammer, stop. Hammer time.
Hammer time. Every time I see me, the hammer is so hyped. I'm dope on the floor and I'm magic on the mic.
I don't think they're the lyrics.
How good is it when that meme that says when someone says stop, I don't know whether to hammer time. What are the other ones? Stop.
No, it's the stop
What is
sign.
it?
The meme is a stop sign.
Yeah,
that
it's
someone
really
just
good.
writes hammer time underneath the word
No,
stop.
then they're I don't know whether to stop, collaborate and listen, hammer time or something else.
How good are memes?
Oh, mate, I will spend most of my afternoon
Meme Mondays.
Another dead segment.
Oh,
They're
Sarah.
always at their best when people try to talk you through a meme.
Yeah, they're
However,
really funny.
Ben Shepherd, who we love
Hey,
here
Ben.
from the RFS, says, "Happy wedding anniversary to my beautiful wife, Caroline."
Oh, good on you, Benny.
On you, Benny.
Hope you and Caroline are playing song this morning.
Sweet Caroline. That's a
That's
song
not
with the
bad.
word Caroline.
Certainly not the word we're looking for. Okay, here we go. The word is two.
Just the two of us.
Yes.
What's a Missy Higgins?
Special two says.
Oh, yeah.
Steps. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody now, mum and 5.
Oh, wow,
Tell
we
us,
got
Brian Ivy, where are you?
Just the two of us.
Who did that?
Me.
Yep.
Just the two of us.
No, I'm out already.
Hearts.
Oh, you could have gone with that.
Strong heart.
Yeah.
Two strong hearts, John Farnham, you're right, says. Do we say
song.
farewell?
Yeah, see you later, guys.
Great song. Good old John Farnham.
But does a honey and a bee stick together?
Oh, they love each other, mate.
Really?
One
Well,
creates.
they do work.
Well, they create it. They don't. A bee's not dumb enough just to fly into the honey, is it?
No, but it is sticky.
Might slip.
Let's not worry about that. Let's move on to the next one as we farewell
Tommy,
Thomas Brian Ivy.
Get John Farnham on the show. We'll question him on that one.
Okay.
Okay, round 3. The word is perfect.
Perfect.
One Direction, perfect.
Well done.
Perfect. You are so perfect.
Yeah, no, it's there, isn't it? It's got to be something. One perfect day.
Yes,
you.
perfect.
Perfect by Pink. Pink.
Perfect, but yes, effing perfect is the name of that song, Ryan James. Have you got that in the system as we all move through, Leno? Pretty, please.
No, any One Direction,
Doesn't-
perfect?
Yeah, we could have gone with Ed Sheeran, perfect.
Yeah.
Is that it? 1D.
Yeah, this is. I mean, you cut it off too soon, but
Yeah, Ed Sheeran.
what's this?
Who's that?
Simple plan.
Simple plan. If only they had a simple plan of longevity.
They had a simple plan. That was the problem. Fell apart really quickly. Sorry, Matt.
Who's doing simple plan gear?
All right, let's move on to the next round. The word is money.
Money.
Sarah.
Money for nothing, die straight.
Yes.
Here Comes the Money, the Shane McMahon theme song from the WWE Universe. I mean, it is a song.
No.
It's a real.
Oh.
Absolutely
Here comes
no
the
chance.
money. Here we go. Here comes the money. Money. I mean, I'm singing it to you. What do you want? Here comes the money.
We're going to keep him in, guys. We're going to keep him in. He makes it through to the next round. That is skinnier teeth. Here we go. The word is another.
Another one bites the dust.
Yes, Ryan James.
Just
Boom,
another one.
Another one
Stop
bites
it,
the
Fitzy.
dust.
What were you, MDG? Did
Just
you?
another one.
Another
that?
Day in Paradise.
Don't.
Yes, Phil Collins says.
Yeah, when you stay quiet, I get mine out.
What was yours, Degree?
Yes. Said it with
making it up.
confidence. Gone.
Money should have gone on that one. All right, well done, Sarah and Ryan James. We move through to another round. Got to be quick here. The word is tears.
Tears in
for
heaven.
fears. Oh.
Yes. Eric Clapton
Tears.
says.
Don't tears. No tears.
Mm-hmm.
My tears for you. My tears. I have tears. Tears. Money by Desiree. No, that was the last one.
He's gone, Sarah, you've got it. There it is, Eric Clapton. Also could have gone Save Your Tears the Weekend, mate. We've been playing that for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And Ariana Grande, No Tears Left to Cry. I mean, we love this
Two
song.
of Fitzy's
You and I
favourites.
love that song. Says you've nailed it. Song.
Well, you wouldn't believe he's back.
Oh, the goat.
The GOAT is back, Tom Brady. Guess who's back?
Brady's back. Yo.
It's an unbelievable
He's back
effort.
again.
Like, do you know what? I didn't know this, but his last touchdown ball that went into the crowd was just sold the other day for $500,000.
Yeah.
So a guy's bought it thinking that this is his
That's it.
last ball that he's thrown. and unfortunately now he's making a comeback. But wouldn't that make the price of the ball even
Probably not.
larger?
No, it doesn't become a one-off then because there will be another ball.
But it's a moment in history that he retired and all that stuff. But I did see that they're making him honour that purchase.
He said, the past 2 months I've realised my place is still on the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now. I love my teammates. I love my supportive family. Without them, none of this is possible. I'm coming back for my 23rd season in Tampa. We have unfinished business. It's an amazing effort.
Yeah, but it feels like there's a movie being made. Behind the scenes, it's just too Hollywood. I mean, the success of the GOAT, and then to see this footage of him, retiring, but in the back of his mind, he's really not sure, and then he's sitting in the stands, and he just can't sit there knowing he could still give out on the field.
This is the ridiculous thing. He didn't have the chance to sit in the stands and realise he could still be out there. He's only been retired for 4 weeks.
Yeah, the off-season, how much is he getting paid? I feel like that's a strong motivator
Well,
in this.
a lot of money. The other thing is, well, he went and watched Cristiano Ronaldo play for Manchester United over the weekend, and Ronaldo scored a hat-trick. Did you see that first goal, De Groot?
Didn't see it.
Oh my God. And I reckon there was a moment, okay, so there's footage of them. Brady went out into the field before the match, and I think they met afterwards, and there's a vision of Ronaldo saying, "You're finished, right?"
Oh.
And Brady goes, "Probably."
Never tell me I'm finished.
And that was it. That's all he said was probably. And then he announced this comeback today. But I reckon he looked at Ronaldo over the weekend, who is considered the GOAT in soccer, or right up there, and gone, I reckon I could still do this.
That's what I'm made to do.
The other thing we need to talk about is, because you know how you're always dreaming of retirement? And that day where you don't have to get up early and there's no alarm and you can sit around, you can read a book, you can go and travel, you can do whatever you want.
Freedom.
But there's also an element in the back of your mind going, I don't know, I've got to keep my mind occupied. I don't know how long I can last. And my old man was hopeless when he first retired. Now he's okay with it, but he just was a mess at home and didn't know what to do. Brady's only lasted a month in retirement, and he's sick of his family already.
If there's anybody listening right now and they're thinking about retirement, if Brady can't do it at home with Giselle, like if you don't want to be at home and you're married to Giselle,
so you are
living in that house with all the wealth and the holidays and the properties and the treats that come with the success that he's had. How is any other man going to retire?
Do you know what? But this is why it's such a great relationship, because she's obviously established. Okay, you're not sitting still, Tom. You're not enjoying it. What's going on? I'm really over this. And she said to him, Tom, you know what? You need to get out there and win another one for Tampa Bay.
She didn't want him at home.
Yeah, I reckon she's got. Well, I reckon that's a great effort for her to say to her.
Yeah, he tried Sudoku. He tried Wordle. Just the normal things. Tried doing a quiz like my dad does out of the paper in the morning at 10 o'clock with all his old running mates. He wasn't into that. He tried everything. He couldn't be happy.
It is a great... And do you know what? I mean, he says there's still things I want to achieve, and all the fans are going, what more can you achieve?
There's nothing. What do you want to do, the halftime entertainment as well?
Yeah. You want to be the GOAT? Well, go out there with Manchester United and score a hat-trick with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Take up another sport.
GOAT. It's an amazing gift. If he comes back and wins another Super Bowl,
that's it.
Oh.
You feel for the Tampa Bay quarterback who replaced Tom. At the end of last year, finally, Tom gone out the door. Mum, this is it, my season. I'm ready to go. Get the family around. First game, I'm buying tickets for everyone.
Who's that?
Next call, Mum. Bad news.
Sell the tickets.
Tom's back.
Guess who's back?
We want to know, 13 24 10, if you've got a haunted house, what went on there. This is phenomenal. Love to know too. I mean, we can extend it out here. If it's not just a haunted house, if your neighbours are experiencing something as well, and maybe, just maybe, your whole street is considered haunted.
We've got a haunted cubicle here at Nova, which is just, every time you go in there, it is.
Yeah, it's a disaster zone.
The temperature instantly drops.
Yep.
And you just feel like that there is a presence in the
You
room,
almost
in the
feel
cubicle.
like passing out. Like, you see tiles randomly pop off the walls. And it was certainly a ghosty. Sarah, don't
I
shake your
saw
head. Sarah's not
Pandemic
impressed.
Pete, our boss. He was passed out on the floor the other day. He walked straight in, hit the deck. That's how much he was scared. It's unbelievable.
He swamped his whole body. He drank the sanitizer. He had such an issue with how filthy he felt.
Went back and had a look at the CCTV, exiting Tom
Tom
Ivy.
Ivy.
Oh, how's that? Oh,
Wow.
don't implicate me in that filth. Scully and Mulder are probably still in there.
Oh, Scully and Mouldy.
Hi, Bob.
I'm better than that.
Leno,
We
don't-
are better than that.
Play that.
Tom, just use another bathroom, or go before work or
Yeah,
after
Tom.
work, or just no one else here at the Nova
Yes,
Network should
Tom,
have to put up
no,
with that.
you know what you should do, Tom? If you're going to do that, go down to 2GB and do it.
Leave something for Hadley. Right. Someone's done something terrible in the bathrooms.
Come on, wrap it up. Come on, wrap it up.
No, Alan.
Let's move on to uglier scenes, if that's possible. One street in the UK has been described as the most haunted street in the world. Can we beat this?
Big call.
So much so that if you buy a property or you rent a property on this street, you have to sign a waiver promising that you will not partake in any, what are they called? Ouija boards, seances, black magic.
As if you're going to sign a waiver. It must be very cheap to buy on that street then, because no one wants
Yeah, I
that.
think it's a bit of a rough area. This started back in 1993. There was one guy, he was a young boy, who would talk to a little man who was in his bedroom. And the little man...
Go and play the Michael Jackson sound effect.
Leno.
No.
Go on. You know you want to.
Leno is only 5'3".
Still
and he is not
waiting.
the little man in the bedroom.
Still waiting to see the chief growth officer here at Nova.
All of a sudden, an oil-like substance would drip down the wall.
Oh, no. What is that? What is he obviously upset with the price of oil at the moment as well?
nothing to do with
No,
that.
ghost?
No, it was just a mystery substance that would drip from the ceiling, from the cornice on the wall, and all the way down the wall. Unbelievable. 1999, another situation occurred. There was a person that was 12 at the time, walking up the stairs. All of a sudden, she heard a scream. It was her brother that had just arrived at the top of the stairs.
Should be under that scream, Leno.
A picture frame had fallen off the wall, smashed. He'd stood on it. Cut his foot open so bad he was rushed to hospital. That was scary.
Well, that could just be. It's not up on the wall properly. That happens regularly with picture frames and stuff.
3M hooks.
Oh, yeah, tell me about...
Doesn't it, Sir?
Yeah,
Yeah, the bloke who
leave
do-
them for long enough.
They lose their adhesive after a while.
bloke who does the framing, where we've taken some photos, he said 3M hooks are keeping me in business.
Oh, it's serious.
Yeah, that's an interesting side note. All right, back to the neighbourhood.
Just gets better.
How's this for weirder, right? Maybe you didn't buy the picture frame one. One morning we woke, there were dozens of dead crows scattered around the garden.
Yeah, they've had a couple of tough years.
There was a smell. All 18 of them
After
lying
that-
in the front yard. It was a big footy trip.
After that camp,
Oh my God.
things went south.
A foul sulphur smell would fill the property. And more than one neighbour experienced the oil-like substance dripping down the
Why
walls.
is the ghost dripping oil down the walls?
I don't know.
I mean, that's not
I don't
scary at
know.
all, is it? Shane in Kellyville, you bought a haunted house, Shano?
Yeah, purchased a property in Willoughby, and of course you find out all these things after you bought it. The woman who owned it has lived there for 33 years, and her husband had died in the house.
Do you know how he died, Shane? You don't know?
No.
No.
Could have been a Dutch oven. I wouldn't have a clue.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes they blow up.
Can you?
They do.
Yeah.
They do. They blow up sometimes.
Got him a beauty.
So anyway, front room of the house was their main bedroom, and my son at the time was about 1.5. You know, he'd always slept at the other house. We lived in like peacefully, no problems. He had very restless nights sleeping. We had a vase type thing on a buffet in the hallway. Just came off the buffet and smashed on the floor.
All right, that's scary.
The front bedroom of the house I was renovating, and it had a stained glass window that had been painted, and I was stripping the paint back. I had a can of paint stripper that had been stored properly,
Yep.
and I opened it and it exploded in my face. I got blinded, couldn't see. And when that happened, because we had a couple other things happen as well in that front room, I sort of yelled out, I was there by myself, and I yelled out, "We're not leaving, we're going to stay."
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, that would have scared them.
the same. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And the same room, I was cutting open a window with an angle grinder. The angle grinder kicked back and cut my artery on my left hand, the little finger.
You reckon the ghost maybe pushed the grinder?
Could it be you're a terrible tradesman, Shane?
I think he was, mate. He was definitely a tradesman.
That sounds like
And
a
the other
Dutch
thing
oven.
we-
Yep.
Other thing we found out from the neighbour next door, he'd lived there over 60 years. It used to be a brothel, and we took that with a grain of salt. But when I started renovating the house, every room when I sanded back the walls had been painted red.
Oh,
Every single room in the house.
Too much history in that house, Shane. When did you get out of there, mate?
We bought it in 2002. We got out in 2004.
Yeah,
Was that bad, was it, Shane?
Yeah, it had to go, mate.
Should never move into a brothel.
I still told you, the one that freaks me out, I used to stay around in my best mate's house all the time. Semps's place, because I used to be so sick of mum and dad. So I go stay around there all the time, and he had a little sister, and she said one night, because they got tucked in every night when they went to bed, and when Joy went to go tuck her in one night, she said to her mum, "Who was that old lady who just tucked me into bed?" There's no one else in the house. We found out after it was my auntie Trish. She knocked off half a goon, but it was it's still freaked.
She'd been drinking cousin Shane's homemade bourbon. He'd lost his teeth, and she'd knocked off the rest of it. And mate, I told you the story about a mate's place I stayed at.
Yeah.
And I've never ever believed in ghosts or felt that feeling until I realised that we were not welcome in the house. And Alicia and I looked at each other and said, "We got to get out." It's not a joke. We got to get out of here. Remember? And then I spoke to the neighbours and they said, "Oh, you're staying at Party Central." I said, "What do you mean by Party Central?" And she told us the story of Phil, he built his design home and died on the toilet.
20 pill Phil, wasn't it?
6 pill Phil.
Oh, right.
But he loved to party and he overdosed. 6 pill Phil. Died on the toilet. Love to know if you've got a haunted house or possibly your entire street is haunted. Like this one in the UK where you need to sign a waiver before you move into the street. Nicole in Camperdown, welcome to the show. What happened at your old house?
Morning, guys.
Hi, Nicole. Hey, Nick.
My husband was gifted a music mobile that was his as a newborn from his mum, and this music mobile was about 30 years old.
Right, that would hang above his cot.
Yeah. So it was just more of like a keepsake, a family heirloom. Hadn't played music in the 15 years that I had been with my husband. We brought our newborn son home, and that night it would not stop playing music.
Oh, so what, you couldn't turn it off at all, Nicole?
Could not turn it off at all. We ended up having to bury it in the bottom of the garbage bin and just wait for it to run its course.
And how long had it been since it played?
Well, it was about 30 years old, and I had been with my husband for about 15 years at that time, and then he'd had it the whole time, and it had never played music. We tried to get it to play music in that 15 years, but it just never would.
And Nicole, have any of your parents passed, you or your partner?
No, my grandparents have passed. In that particular house, my eldest daughter would see my grandfather used to wear stubbies and a singlet, and she used to say, "Mummy, there's a man at the end of my bed wearing shorts and a singlet."
No, that's Fitzy.
That was sorry.
That was Fitzy on Sunday mornings.
Sorry,
Nicole, that's a great story.
Well done. Chris in Taramara's also given us a call. You grew up in a haunted house, Chris. Chris O.
Hey, Chris.
Chris is jumping off the speaker. Why don't we come back to Chris? Cheryl in Borkham Hills. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, you guys.
Have you got a spirit that follows you around, Cheryl?
We do. It's when I had my children, we would hear little toddler footsteps in the hallway, and it was always at night. And you'd say, "Come on, who's there? What's going on?" sort of thing, and you'd get up and there'd be absolutely nothing there, and then I'd realise the baby couldn't walk.
Oh my gosh, but it was really clear, was it, Cheryl?
Oh, it was very clear, and my husband is not a believer, and he would hear it too, and then anyone who would stay with us would hear it.
Oh my gosh.
And it passed, but now my daughter has had a daughter, child, and she has it happening down there in Goulburn.
No thanks.
And what have you, did you find anything else about the house? Was it
No, it's nothing about the house. I know I did have a sister that passed away when she was 1. I didn't know her because I was the next one in line. And I always thought it was her coming to see my children.
That's quite sweet.
What,
I don't know.
what about your street, Cheryl? Anything creepy on your street?
I reckon this is one of the... it could have a bus tour going through this street.
Yeah.
We had further down the street near my girlfriend's place, there was the home invasion, and it was a bookie, and his wife was home, and they came and she got murdered, and actually body parts were found in the boot of the car.
Oh, my God, Cheryl.
Across the road,
Stop on the bus tour, yep.
Yeah.
bus tour, and across the road we had, the guy whose wife was having an affair with another bloke at Parramatta, and he went over and cut the penis off.
So
remember that one?
Interesting one on the bus tour.
I do remember that one.
Next stop, missing penis house.
Is there a haunted package on the street or something, Cheryl? Is there?
And then next door, this isn't nice at all. The daughter was at school, and when she came home, she found her father shot on the kitchen floor.
Cheryl,
We've just got new neighbours there, and I'm hoping that I don't think they disclose that to them at this point.
No.
It's so long ago, isn't it?
Haunted or just a terrible area?
Does it freak
I'm
you out?
waiting to go in that house to see if I feel any vibes. Like I went in when it was an open home, and they'd renovated the house. But I haven't been in there since.
No, thanks.
Oh,
I'm not going anywhere near that street.
No, to think Lorraine Bobbitt moved in into the
out.
street.
Well, you wouldn't
Sliced it
want
off.
that just coming down the wall.
Wouldn't.
Freaking out. What the hell is
Well,
that?
it's something in my letterbox.
Oh.
Want to chop that off? It's pretty aggressive.
The kid's been playing with Play-Doh again or something. What's that up on the wall?
Oh, that's...
Arms.
It's hanging for the
it's
ceiling.
little genitals.
Any house you go into, just as a warning, and if there's genitals hanging from the ceiling, get out.
That's the Triple X files by the sounds
That
of it.
is. My God. What time's that on? We were talking about people exercising before work the other day. We got heaps of phone calls from people already down at the gym.
Great effort.
13 24 10 if you shift and steal this morning. What are you working on? Is it arms, leg day? What are you pumping? What are you moving, guys?
It is a great way to start the day. I mean, it's tough. We all know that. Like,
yeah.
So you get up at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning and go do your workout.
Yeah.
But if you can start the day like that, the rest of your day's fine.
If you can get to the pump house, you are running laps around anybody else who's just waking up. That's what I hate about this job, guys, because if I wasn't needing to get up every morning, I'd be straight to the gym. Bloody love the...
No, you wouldn't.
Fitness.
Because you got so much time in the afternoon to go to the gym and you never do it either.
Different. Busy, kids, juggle,
No,
hard.
Kids are at school.
No, when you're up in the morning, mate, it's like you're waking up with the sun that gives you energy and you're making the best of your body.
Sun's still
Evolution
there during the day, mate.
Well, it's not there as much. I mean, MDG and I, how many times did we pump it out at Fitness First in Pyrmont?
4.
Yeah, about 4 times.
And we really went for it. I mean, we would do sort of
absolute animals.
No, you know, we'd do one exercise and then Whip would be like, oh, let's just take a break.
just
For a second.
hold
We don't want to go too hard. I'm like, I think we specifically want to go too hard.
No, it annoyed me. The guy told me to get out of the stretching area on the mats when I was actually lifting barbells, lifting them up, putting them down, lift them up,
You
put 'em
are
back down again.
You are. I mean, it's one of the greatest scenes from The Simpsons, there, isn't it? When Homer looks at it and goes, "What is it?
Gime?
What is a
What's
gime?"
Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it?
Oh, a guy.
Yes. I haven't seen that app. I'll chase it this afternoon. Anybody got the smartwatch on them? Anybody got, Fitzy, you wear that one? Does that have a daily steps counter?
No,
on your
steps. I just do calories. Calories, a stand, and what's the other one that I do?
What sort of how many calories are you on a day?
So I'm supposed to do half an hour of exercise a day.
Yeah.
I'm knocking off I average around about 1,400 calories a day.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's not too much at all.
Well, that's
for your size.
You become addicted to that, and you got to try to get it every day.
Here we go, guys. And we've spoken to a doctor about this before in terms of the Fitbit and how many steps you should be doing. And he said there was a couple of catches to the Fitbit. The 10,000 steps mark is what the target is for a majority of people each day, right? Got to get my 10,000 steps in. Oh, God, I've done 5,000. Need to keep walking, guys. Don't sit at your desk. He said a couple of things with the Fitbit was, one, when people reach 10,000 steps, they go, oh, okay, well, I'll reward myself. I got a chocolate bar, you beauty.
Kit Kat.
The problem was, normally you'd do 10,000 steps anyway and not have the Kit Kat, but now you've got the Fitbit. And the other one was that people stop going to the gym because they've done their 10,000 steps and they go, yeah!
Well, the other one,
fit now.
The other big one as well. Huey had footy training because it's been raining and all the ovals and parks are out. He had a really tough training session on Sunday morning and he didn't want to do it. He went and did it and I said, mate, well done. You're sweating. I'm really proud of you. But kids then instantly think, well, can I now go to KFC or can I go to Macca's?
Yeah.
Can I have some ice cream, Dad?
No, well, you just don't
undo
ruin
it.
the great workout that you've just done. And they said, well,
on.
Dad, I need a reward. And I'm like, all right. So we pulled into the KFC drive-thru.
Can we get a bucket, please? He's run his bum off. They've now come out and said, you don't need 10,000 steps. How's this for all those people out there trying to reach this goal? You now need between 6,000 and 8,000. Anything over 10,000 can increase the chance of a heart attack in over 60s.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, my God.
What a stupid thing to do to discourage exercise.
This was a study involving 50,000 people.
Yeah, but they're just steps.
That's huge
like
to
it's not
coordinate.
even high pressure running.
10,000 daily steps is not the sweet spot for health.
What are the other ones?
I'm going to have to back it right off, guys.
What are the other ones
I'm
that
not
have come
moving
out
today.
that people really focus on? The other one is two glasses of wine a day is good for you. Antioxidants.
Antioxidants.
Has anyone heard that?
Two glasses of red and a piece of dark chocolate. I'm like, I don't know what study this is, but I like what uni you went to.
Well, the lady we spoke about yesterday who was 102 or something, what was her secret? Jaeger bombs, tequila, KFC. She lived it, mate.
No,
she got busy living.
She's not eating that all day, every day.
She wakes up and has a Jaeger bomb in the morning. Can I get you an English breakfast? No, Jaeger bombs, line them up.
Let's talk about Double Bay, guys.
Double pay, no way.
No way. $6 for a coffee. Hey, no, look, if you're down in Double Bay, I mean, there's some beautiful establishments down there. Is Mississippi still going these days, guys?
Oh, I assume so, yeah. I mean, mate, I went to the Oak the other night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, went to Oak it up and
It's always good to
sat
see.
downstairs. I wasn't upstairs, but just tipped a couple of jars in with the lads.
Oh, it's great
You
at
know
the
what I
Oak,
mean?
isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's always great to see blokes getting busted out the front by undercover cops.
What do you mean?
Just some poor person walks
talking about?
a German Shepherd past and the
more.
windows.
If you want to have a good laugh on a weekend, just sit out the front of the Golden Sheaf and just watch blokes get busted to their fronts.
There's more sniffer dogs in Double Bay than there are punters. Yeah. What was that other bar? Oh, Pelicano. That's shut down.
Oh, yeah, that's gone.
What's that great place we go for dinner, Tommy? The Italian one.
I mean,
Matteo.
Oh, Matteo's.
Yeah, love that. They do the Mickey Mouse pizza for the kids.
I mean, it would hard if you want to start a business down at Double Bay. First of all, the rent would be through the roof.
I'm out.
Second of all, hard to get into. There's a young guy. He was from Tasmania and he was a florist, and he got himself into Double Bay.
Oh yeah, you made it, man.
25 years of age.
You've made it, boy.
His name was Brendan Merzick, and he called himself Mr. Flamboyant.
Wow.
This is the thing. He was a young guy. He opened up in COVID, and we all wanted to support him, the locals of Double Bay said. Maybe I should do that again. He was a young guy opening up in COVID, and we all wanted to support him.
Wow, sounds successful.
But nothing unites the well-heeled harbourside suburb like a common enemy. Oh, not enema. Sorry, enemy. Sorry, I nearly stuffed
Emily.
Yeah. And sorry, this is sounding like an episode of Byron Bays. Is it Double Bay Bays?
Less than 2 years after Brendan Merzick set up his florist shop, Mr. Flamboyant in Double Bay, retailers and their A-list clientele are pulling out their pitchforks amid claims that the credit card details they provided to him were kept on file, and then he reused them at gyms, hotels and food deliveries for his private pleasure.
Got him.
What an idiot. idiot.
Just a dozen roses. You're not going to steal my credit card details, are you?
How do you think you can get it? Because I would love to hear from people. 13 24 10, if you found out that your credit card has been used again down the track. Because remember I told you this happened over when I travelled around the world by myself and I got that tattoo on the back of my neck in Banff in Canada, right? And lovely guy, had a great chat to him. I remember it, Sarah, because I was hungover from the night before and I had a great chat to him and he said, mate, shook my hand. He said, no worries, mate, enjoy your travels around the world. 5 years later, I got a phone call from the bank saying, do you know a tattoo artist over in Banff in Canada?
Awesome.
I said, I did go there a while ago.
He's giving you a bad tat on the back of your neck that you can't see.
He's just trying to take $5,000 out of your credit card.
Amazing.
Because the other thing is, too, when you give your credit card over the phone, there's a big element of trust there.
Yeah.
Like, quite often someone will say, oh, can you send the credit card details? And some people do it. I never do, but they'll take a photo of their credit card and send that. I never do that because I don't want that on file.
This was, you know what, he got away with this for a while because when your clientele list is Double Bay residents and you're only using it at the gym and maybe getting Uber Eats, they're not really picking it up in their credit card account.
They should be looking at their account and going, hang on a minute. I haven't been to Anytime Fitness
Do
in
you
the
go
past
through
year.
your credit card account often?
Yeah.
though? Like mine doesn't have a very big limit, and I still wouldn't be checking what's going on.
I go through it, yeah, but sometimes it'll be... Sometimes the trading names are so hard to understand where it's
Yeah.
from. You've got to call the bank and go, all right, can you explain what this is?
Yeah,
and then you go, oh, okay, it's
Do you know
Chinese food.
Do you know the other thing that's confusing as well is that whenever you use it at an establishment, like not that kind of establishment, but when they use different names.
Yes.
So when you go to your credit card, you've got no. Is that what you
That's
just
what I
said?
just said.
Sorry, I'm so
Alright.
sorry. I'm in La La
Oh,
Land.
that's okay. No, he's
I was just
buying
looking-
flowers.
I'm Mr. Flamboyant. I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey, can I have my credit card back?
Talking about this florist in Double Bay, Mr. Flamboyant. Thing was, Mr. Flamboyant, he had an A-list clientele list, but he was keeping the credit cards on file and reusing those credit cards at gyms, hotels, food deliveries for his private pleasure.
You know, we were talking about how often a company name will come up and it doesn't relate in any way to
No.
where you've been. Tommy, what keeps popping up on your credit card statement?
Oh, love you long time.
Go
Oh,
on.
yeah, that's
quite direct because that is the name of the business.
No.
Which is weird.
The-
It's a great massage parlour.
The cafe is called Nosh, which is lovely. But I think their trading name is Love You Long Time. So
Oh my
on
God.
my card
Yeah.
statement, it says Love You Long Time, like very small deposits.
Yeah, especially
every week.
Especially for $5, it feels like a good deal.
leaving your own time. Ben
Okay.
in Botany, what happened with your credit card, Benny?
Yeah, there was a convenience store around the corner from my work, and I went to pay on credit card, so I tapped my credit card. It didn't work, so the guy then brought another machine from underneath the counter and put it on. And I didn't expect it, tapped on that, and that actually rinsed my card. So about 2 years later, we went out to the convenience store and the federal police were in there and they'd arrested him for doing it. He'd been doing it for years.
Got him, Benny. How much did you lose?
About 15 grand. But yeah.
Benny, was he taking out big deposits or were they just little things here and there?
Yeah, no, it was. It kind of went on for about a year and a half. And I didn't pick up on it at the beginning, and then after a while, it started getting more and more. But the funny thing was, it was across the road from a hotel, which a lot of international guests stayed at. So I suspect that a lot of those guys got done and couldn't really pinpoint where it was from.
Yeah,
But
right.
I
Interesting.
had a suspicion it was from him. So.
Well done, Benny. Good
Got him.
investigating skills. Scotty in Hazelbrook, who used your credit card, Scotty?
Yeah, well, we actually got a phone call from our bank telling us it was someone in a toy shop in America. We'd made a purchase at our local shopping centre,
Yeah.
and then about 3 days later we got a phone call from our bank asking if we were anywhere near this establishment in America, and we basically told them that, unfortunately we can't get to America. The credit card was maxed. We couldn't get that far.
Oh, God.
But they explained to us that someone was trying to use our details to purchase stuff in the
It's
toy store in
amazing
America.
when you get the phone call from the bank, and I've had so many cards and accounts that have been frozen and they replace the card. It's amazing where the number pops up.
Yes.
Like, it could be anywhere in the world. Someone in Antarctica is trying to buy a newspaper. You go, oh, my God.
Well, they are very good. I mean, it's usually big purchases, though. That's why I'm saying this Mr. Flamboyant, when he's just getting Uber Eats and stuff like that, it's not alarm bells for a bank, is it? To go, oh, okay, he's just ordered more.
Do you know the other one that happened to a friend of mine? She'd had a few drinks. It was late at night, and she'd got a taxi home. Anyway, she went to pay with her credit card. The guy has taken the credit card, swiped it, and then held it out for her to put her PIN in. He's watched her put her PIN in and then taken the card, replaced it with another card and given it back to her of the same bank.
That's a lot of effort.
Yeah, so he's now got her PIN and credit card, and she was ripped off that way.
Wow.
Oh, man, they're out there. You be careful and don't buy any leather jackets from a guy heading to the airport.
Remember the guys they skimmed my card and we got the photos. Remember the cops sent me the photos of the guy in the bank? I really wanted to meet him. He looked
what?
He looked like a lovely guy in his FUBU tracksuit.
He stole your credit card, mate.
Yeah,
He's a skimmer.
What have you been using it on, mate? Let's go and enjoy it together.
Let's have a coffee.
You know what? When you actually fall in love with someone and you start talking about money, joint bank accounts, you start realising that there can be some stupid purchases that are a part of the team. You know what I mean?
What's the dumbest thing you've ever bought besides a racehorse?
Okay, now you've put me on the spot here.
That TV you got on the weekend has got to be up there, the fat back.
That was a portable TV from the 80s, the brand Princess.
Have you used it yet? Have you found a good spot for it?
I'm going to put it down in the pool room at some stage.
Do you have a pool room?
No, I don't at the moment.
One of the houses you're building.
It's got a static. It'll just have static in the corner. One of the houses I'm building.
Yeah, you've got two on the go.
No, I don't.
What have you bought when you've had too much to drink?
Oh, what is the worst thing I've bought?
You bought some art, remember? You came in and showed us, I think, one day. Was that you who bought the art?
Oh, and I'd forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, when we found out we're having a baby, I bought a painting.
The elephant.
Of an elephant, of a green elephant.
Another painting as well.
No, this one was different. Captain Build a House.
Far
This is your way of trying to get back at me.
Money fight.
Piano as well.
No, that's different. Completely different. It's just an instrument for the kids to enjoy, but 5 houses. I didn't even remember Says purchasing it. That's what my issue was.
Story, yeah.
Remember that?
A Georgia man was sentenced to 3 years. Well, first of all, he got into a bit of trouble with his wife because he was illegally obtaining a coronavirus relief fund. So he was getting money when all the whole pandemic was going on, and he was doing it through other people as well. So he received around about $100,000 that he shouldn't have. He got done for that. But when they went into his house, they found out that he spent $57,000 of that money to buy a collectible Pokemon card.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So
Really?
illegally obtained the money and then also bought a Pokemon card with that. Oh, his wife was, I think, more shattered with the Pokemon card than him illegally taking money from the government.
But that Pokemon card, they're big these days. That could have doubled. You don't know.
Well, it's now worth $85,000, they're saying, so it's gone up already.
Well played.
Hayley in Warragamba, what did your dad buy, Hayley?
He bought a fire truck from South Australia.
Awesome. What did you do with it, Hayley?
Nothing.
So what, he's just got it in the backyard, Hayley?
My mum said he wasn't allowed to bring it home, so he had to leave it at his work, yard.
Right, okay, so it's in a yard, and has he ever driven it? Does it do charity events or anything? Is it fun?
Hens nights.
He used to do charity work, and he actually got called to a fire, which he kind of threw back in Mum's face, saying, "I knew it came in handy one day."
Oh, it
there
just
you
paid
go.
for itself. It's a lifesaver.
Awesome.
Great work, Hayley.
That is great. Mark from Pimble, you want to admit that you made a dumb purchase yourself in the relationship, Mark, did you?
Absolutely. You know when they say something's too good to be true?
Yeah.
Well, I fell for it. It was an electric bike for $100, and I thought, wow, that's just what she'd like. Bought the thing. It arrived. It was about a 10-centimetre long model bicycle.
Yeah.
And it wasn't electric.
That's amazing. Hey, Mark, you've got a great
Like a dinner.
You've got a great voice, Mark. You ever done any radio?
No, I'm happy to come on in any time and sit beside you.
You could do some voiceovers.
That is great.
Good on you, Mark.
Didn't put any pressure on your relationship at all, Mark? You still with her?
Still with her, and we're still looking for a bike.
Well, remember the radio station that gave away the Toyota? And that was one of the big examples of how you cannot mislead the listener. But this person thought they'd won a Toyota, and they sent them the prize, which was a toy Yoda. Not the car, a toy Yoda.
She actually won that case, didn't she? And
Yeah,
they had
she
to
did.
buy her a car.
Mhm.
Maddie in Penrith, what did your partner buy?
He bought a digital racehorse.
Oh,
okay.
So where does it compete, Maddie?
In the metaverse.
It's, yes, all in this metaverse. Him and all his mates all put in shares, so convinced that they were going to win so much money on this digital racehorse.
How's it going for him so far, Maddie?
The program is going to allow a digital racehorse to pay them out.
Do you know how much they paid for it, Maddie?
I don't want to know how much they paid.
Oh, it's best not to ask, isn't it?
So where do they watch? Where do they watch it compete?
On their phones. They all log on at the same time. They sit there overnight. They all log on the same time. They know what time he's racing. And every time, didn't get up.
Ah,
But you know what? It's probably
So
got
close.
more chance of winning money than a normal racehorse. Because I think like 80% of racehorses don't even make it to the track because they get injured.
That's a start, Maddie. Thanks for your call.
Jeanette in Lyra, what did you order and what actually arrived, Jeanette?
I ordered this beautiful room divider, Chinese with peacocks, lacquered, absolutely stunning.
Mm.
And I was so excited when it arrived. And I thought, wow, that's a small package. And I opened it up and it was only like 10 centimetres high. It just sits on your desk.
Oh, okay. So it's a bit of desk art. Yep. Something that your phone...
But I mean, yeah, I thought, wow, I'm getting a bargain here. But, yeah, I think the joke was on me. It was
How funny.
2 people enter. Only one leaves.
Lock the door!
There's 60 seconds. What? On the clock.
Time to dance.
It's time to play Last Man Standing.
You know how we were just talking about honey and bees before with the John Farnham lyrics?
Yeah.
Bit of a clue. First question.
2 strong hearts.
Brooke in Glenmore Park. Good morning, Brooke.
Morning, boys. Good morning, Sarah. How you going?
Really good. You work for a car dealership. You getting any new cars in at the moment, or is there a waiting list, Brooke?
It depends. They're coming.
They're slowly coming?
Slowly coming.
Yeah,
Slowly coming.
Is your boss just rolling in it at the moment, Brooke?
Oh, probably.
Killing it. Good on you, Brooke. Good luck today.
All right, $500 up for grabs. Claire in Oatley, you're up as well. What would you spend the cash on, Claire?
My birthday's coming up in April, so definitely for something doing for that.
What do you want, Claire? What's your dream on your birthday?
Oh, maybe a holiday. I need a holiday.
All righty.
We all need a holiday. Brooke, you're going first. You get one wrong. Power goes over to Claire. Whoever has the power at the end of 60 seconds, $500 up for grabs. Brooke, here we go. Your 60 seconds starts now. What is the sweet substance made by bees?
Honey.
Yes. What is the capital of Germany, Brooke?
Berlin.
Yes. Girls Just Want to Have Fun is sung by Cindy who?
Lauper.
Yes. In Good Will Hunting, Matt Damon's character's job was what?
Oh, was it a janitor?
Yeah, that is correct. Who is the oldest Kardashian sister, Brooke?
Courtney.
That is correct. Name a car brand starting with F.
Fiat.
Yes. What is another name for an eggplant?
Aubergine.
Aubergine, yes. Who plays Rue in the binge series Euphoria?
Oh, no idea.
It's Zendaya. Over to Claire. Who is the host of The Block, Claire?
Oh, Scotty Cam.
Yes. In the US, a dime is worth what?
Ooh, 10 cents?
Yes. Peaky Blinders actor Cillian Murphy is what nationality?
Claire, you've jumped in. You've stolen it. Oh, my gosh. Brooke was on fire.
So good. Well done.
Stumbled over a tough
done,
question. Claire, you are the winner. $500 cash is all yours. Congratulations.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much.
It's last man standing, man.
That was wild.
No one knows. It's unpredictable.
That was wild.
And it's fun.
Yep.
And that's what this show's all about.
So true,
Unpredictable
mate.
fun.
A lot of talk this morning about the logo for the Prime Minister's Equality Organisation. I will hold it up for you there, guys. You can see it there, the ScoMo's face, and you can see the symbol for the Women's Network, which is a sector of the Liberal Party there, and they've come out with a logo. Now, it's come under fire because it says, although it's the Women's Network, it looks like a male genitalia.
Well, see, the first thing that I focused on was the W looks like. I thought it was, people were saying that it looks like a set of boobs, right? That was the first.
That's
thing.
what Lisa thought when I showed her last night. She went, "Oh, yeah, a set of boobs."
But they're
See,
not.
I didn't. I looked at that entire symbol, having heard your off-air chat. Didn't see anything phallic, nothing around
So you-
breasts. It's a
okay.
very Freudian thing we're doing here, what you're all seeing.
No, wait up. There's people that are paid to come up with these brands and logos.
No, but they would have gone with it's a soft W because otherwise it would look very severe if you went like a harsh line.
I'd rather go severe than go phallic.
No, but that's just but it's not. Like, there's nothing on that actually makes it look like a man's appendage.
It
two
could look like
But it doesn't.
If you haven't seen it, it's just a W, and there's an extension of the colour that goes out, and it's rounded at the end.
Like a highlighter, if you were to swipe a highlighter but then round the
But
end.
you could argue
line.
that the W is the balls, and the extension of the colour is the D.
I'd love to know who thought it first. I reckon it must have been a bloke.
What do you see when you look at that, Tommy?
I saw a woman's
bazooms.
Yeah.
Did
right,
any
that's what I saw.
women come out and say they saw breasts in a willy? Because it feels like just the blokes
Lisa
saying
did.
it.
She said, "I see boobs and a willy."
Oh no, at Yumi Steins, there were a lot of people that were going it yesterday. There was
Leno, what do you see? What did you see there?
This is even worse. At the very start, I thought it was a tampon.
I
Because
just think
the curl on the curl on the top of the W is like a little string. Yeah.
And once you point it out, it is quite. But see, when your one job is to come up with a logo or a brand, don't you take all these things into consideration?
Well, they should have spoken to Leno first, I reckon. I didn't think you were going to go there, mate. That's an extension, but thank you for taking in and should be taxed.
Are they still going to use it, or have they taken it down?
It's been taken down.
That's ridiculous.
The department has since taken down the logo and said it would consult with the staff. I agree with you, Says.
I think the whole
You can
thing
draw
is
anything on anything, right?
Yeah.
And it's such an easy... Politics is such an easy target.
Isn't it?
Everybody gets ripped. It's the default. It's where people go. No one ever says, what a great thing to do. That doesn't exist
I
in
know,
Australia.
and we've lost focus on what they're actually trying to do. We're just talking about men's and women's parts.
But
it's just so immature.
You've got to. It's kind of ironic that when they've had such a problem in the Liberal Party for so long, and they finally do something about it, and this is what they come up with.
But I don't even care what party it's from, representing all
No.
that stuff. I just feel like we criticise everything
God.
these days. There's like every person has to have an issue
I
with
know.
everything.
It's a flaw in the
It's
community.
exhausting.
It is exhausting.
Like, it's as simple. Who gives a stuff? They should be doing good things.
All right, well, Leno's the only one that saw a tampon.
Oh, Leno, I feel for you.
The Fitzy and Whipper Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.